Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Industry Show. Today, we are talking about the short film process. So far, our young independent filmmakers, one of the things we like to do first to get our feet wet is to do basically short films. It's a way of just telling a story in a shorter form instead of doing it in a long form. Sometimes you don't have the budget or the ability to make something bigger than that. So today my guest is Markia. Carson's here is in studio with me, and DeAndre Burton is down in Atlanta, Georgia. So I thank y'all for being my guest today.
Thank you for having
Nice,
me.
You're
nice
welcome.
to
You're
be here.
welcome. 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 So, DeAndre, this short film that we're about to display here is called "A Night to Remember." Can you please tell me where you got the idea to make this film, and what was some of the things you went through first to develop it?
So first thing was that this film was actually a portfolio project for my graduation at Full Sail University. So with portfolio, if some people understand that are filmmakers or that went to school for filmmaking, you have two different types of films that you have to make, and they give you two different types of subjects that you have to do.
Hmm.
So my first one that I did, it was just like a little how-to basically, and it was easy to knock that out the park. But this one, they said make a short film. It had to be about romance and stuff like that. So that's how how it came about as far as the thought process of it. And the process of making it, it was quick and easy, I would say, because I wanted to pass. I wanted to graduate school.
Right.
So I
Of
had to
course.
do something. Yeah, so I had to do something that stood out compared to the other people and stuff like that. And I seen other people's work at my school, and they've done great work. So I wanted to do something a little different, and I had to use the resources I had because we didn't have a lot of time to actually like schedule like a whole month and everything like that. I had
Right.
to turn this in. I got the project that Monday, and I had to turn it in by that Sunday.
Okay.
So
So
just something simple.
if I remember correctly, when portfolio class, you are allowed to see the other students' class their work, like in preview mode, like as they start to build the project. So based on what you were seeing from other people, you were kind of grading on what you needed to do because you wanted your project to stand out. Is that correct?
Co- Correct. Yeah. So I
Okay.
wanted mine to stand out a little bit more because I was seeing things and people wasn't doing like a romance type thing. They was doing more so thriller and stuff like that. And that's kind of easy,
Hmm.
especially for a one person short film with a thriller and stuff like that. So
Right.
people was kind of not thinking outside the box. They was thinking simple. I thought outside the box and did something different.
Okay. Cool. 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 So how long did you have to create this film? What was the time frame
So the
in
time
getting it
frame
done?
was we got it. It was a Monday. We got the project on a Monday, and I had to Sunday to turn it in that following Sunday. So it was a week. I would say a week process. I had to schedule dates with Markia to come in, to shoot and everything like that. I had to work around my schedule around work. So I would say, man, it took me
So
a whole day.
So wait, so you only had a week to do this project? It wasn't like you had a whole month to prepare?
No, it was
It
a
was
week.
almost like
A
so it
week.
was almost like the 48-hour film challenge that we did before.
Hmm.
But I mean
Correct.
with
Yes,
the,
it
with a
was a
whole
week.
week. That's crazy.
Yep.
I mean it turned out pretty well. We're going to show the entire film in a second, but that's amazing. I didn't even know that it was only a week process. So
Hmm.
were there other people in the class that didn't make the deadline that you knew of, or did you see like maybe disaster films because it was only a week that they had to do this?
So everybody made their deadline. Some people did miss some things
Hmm.
with their films, and I they still gave them a passing grade, but it wasn't like a top grade because the way my teacher did it, he did it as a film festival thing. So basically,
Oh,
everybody had to grade each other films basically. So I think mine was like top three in the class basically because
okay.
everybody liked it. It was
Uh huh.
it was some other ones that they did something different and they was able to knock it out the park. And I was like, yeah, that was decent. But
Hmm.
mine was like top three. So my thing was just graduating, top of my
Right.
class. And that's what I pretty much did because I was salutatorian at the end of my program. And I was academic advanced achiever award for that as well.
Hmm.
So, I did some
Congrats,
good things while
congrats.
I was at Fort Center.
Good,
Thank
good.
you.
So after you got the story down the pat, you knew, all right, I needed to bring somebody on here to be my girlfriend, right? So you came up with Markia, who you know already. So what was the idea of bringing her on to the script?
So we worked on things previously. Like I think we worked on two projects before that.
Hmm.
Omega is one, and the other one that we're talking about, Sworn Secrecy, is a little bit later today.
Hmm.
So we worked on those two projects first before we did this one. So that was somebody I was familiar with that I
Right.
know for sure that will come in and say, "Hey, DeAndre, I got you. We'll
Okay.
do this. We'll get this done." And we already built that chemistry with the other two projects as well. So it was a lot easier to kind
Right.
of get
The
it done.
transition. Right. Okay. So Markia, welcome again to the show. So when you first got the script and the idea, what was your thoughts about this little? I think it's a really great story, by the way. But what was your initial thoughts when you saw it?
I was excited to do it.
Hmm.
I'm always excited and happy anytime I get a call from DeAndre to do a project.
Hmm.
Like he said, we already had chemistry of working with each other prior. So I was like, okay, let's do it. And then when I, read into the character more, she was going to be proposed to. I was like, oh,
Right.
absolutely.
That's
Let's
great.
play because I
Right.
love playing.
Right. So, for like he said, it was a week process for him. But how
Yeah.
long did you have for the time you first read it or first got the idea to film it? What was your timeline like?
Probably about the same time,
Hmm.
or maybe a few days less if he hit me up. I can't remember exactly the
Right.
time frame, but I'm sure it was within that week. So I jumped right on it. I started learning the script,
Hmm.
and because it was something that I was interested in as well, and I wanted to deliver as well for my friend. I knew how important this was to
Right.
him, and that it was for his project as
Right.
well. I made sure I got right on it
Hmm.
and jumped into character.
Well, yeah, great.
Yeah,
It's good that you was available too in that time frame. Yeah.
absolutely.
So, was there any improvising from you or DeAndre in this movie? In the final edit, I should say. Do y'all remember?
Was it DeAndre? Um.
Not that I know of. I think
Okay.
actually because the script was so simple, because I
Hmm.
made it simple as possible so it could be easy. I
Hmm.
think we just knocked it out the park. I mean, we probably improvised some words maybe, but not too much because it was real simple and easy.
Yeah,
Okay.
we were improvising more so like with the eating, with the food, and
Right.
things
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. But
Who cooked the food?
yeah, Dre, who cooked the food?
Dre.
Hey, we ain't gonna talk about
We
that
don't talk
food. It was
about
just
that,
some warmed up. Yeah, it was
right?
just some warmed up food. It was a prop. That's all it was.
Right. That's great.
Yeah.
So, talking more about the process for both of y'all. Did y'all have any crew on set? Was it a crew on set, or was it just you,
We
DeAndre?
only had one person, so mainly everything was me, and
Hmm.
then we had my mom, Tiffany
Okay.
Burton, do most of the crew work. So with like lights and stuff like that, she helped me. She looked behind the camera as I was in character. Then I got behind the camera, looked at certain things and stuff like that. So that was the only crew member we had was my mom.
Oh wow, that's great. That's amazing. It's like I said when talking about these short films, it's amazing what you could do with a small crew
Yes.
and to get stuff simply done. Like the film I just showed you the other day, Dre. Like it's one, two actors and a camera and some lights. It's amazing what you can do. Like being creative out here,
Hmm.
and that's one of the things I love about this industry. It allows us to be creative.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really amazing. So I do want to show the film. So I want to get the viewers out here a chance to see y'all amazing work.
Thank you.
And you've probably been a while since you've seen it, right?
Well, it was, but because I knew I was coming on and we were going to talk about it,
Okay,
I
you watched
refreshed.
it. Okay,
Yes,
yeah,
I did.
yeah. I try not to watch it too much. I want to keep enjoying it every time I see it. I want to get
Yeah.
something you watch. We're like I get tired of it. Yeah. So, but it's really a good. So y'all, sit back, get y'all popcorn ready for 3 minutes here of exciting. Here's a clip of, well, not a clip, the entire film of A Night to Remember.
Wow, babe. This food looks amazing. You really outdid yourself this time.
Of course, you know how to do something special for you.
Something special for little old me?
Yes. Do you know what today is? It's our anniversary.
No, babe. That was last month.
You know I play all day, but for real, babe, I just want to tell you how amazing that you are. Like since day one, you have motivated me to chase my dreams.
And I can't thank you enough for that.
That's what good girlfriends do.
Good girlfriends do that. So,
Wait a minute, babe. Before you say anything else, I have something to tell you.
okay. What is it?
I'm nobody's doormat, okay? I'm a boss bitch. I don't ask anyone for anything. I can stand on my own 2 feet, period.
Oh no. What is she about to say? Is she about to break up with me? Why is she tripping on me like this?
But my mother says that I need a partner, a life partner. And I want to choose you as my life partner.
Wait, is she proposing? Oh hell no! I'm proposing to you, Kia. I'm not one of those men. No, you can't ask me to marry you. That's my job. I'm the man. I was proposing to you.
What? Dre, I was going to ask you to help me pick up the napkin.
Oh, my bad. Wait, why you on one knee then?
Because I'm pregnant and I don't want to be stuck on this floor.
Babe, we pregnant?
Yes, and I'm going to be a really angry pregnant woman if you don't hurry up and help me get off this floor.
Right. Oh, I'm so sorry. You need anything?
No, I'm fine.
Pregnant?
You want to marry me?
So that means we're gonna be a
Family? Yes. But I still want the traditional get on one knee.
You ain't gotta tell me twice.
All right, so that was a night to remember. So that was awesome. Like, Dre, have you ever thought about putting that in a film festival?
I think I did a couple times. I don't know why I haven't done it yet, but I thought about it. I thought about it.
Markia, when you see yourself on the film like that, what do you think about that project?
I was feeling like heartwarmed over here watching it. I'm like, okay, I really enjoy seeing the story again and being sold into the character and the storyline.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Not only was it good as far as your acting, it was funny.
Yes.
And it made a lot of sense because I can actually see that really happening in a real situation.
Yeah.
Because and it's funny. I think I talked to Dre about before we did this show. I saw a post on Instagram where it was, would a man still be a man if he had a girl propose to him? It was like a poll they put on Instagram, and people were saying no, it should always be the man. And then you look at this situation where he thought that you was about to propose.
Yes.
Like it's a very interesting topic. It really is, because I don't know how I would feel if a female proposed to me.
Right.
When it's supposed to be the man's job, right?
Yes.
But some people say they do it out of, I don't know, being in fear that they're going to lose someone or something, so they do it first. So I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but
I don't know if I could see myself being or proposing to
to a man, right?
But I could maybe understand a woman being so in love with a man and going after what she wants.
Right.
Yeah.
Because sometimes men don't want to do marriage, and they're like, "Oh, what's take you so long? I'm just going to do it, right?"
Right. And
Right.
she could be, testing his like, are we doing this? Or are we not?
Right, right, yeah.
And I'm ready now.
Right. So, Dre, real quick, where did you get that idea from? What's
From
going
what
on?
you just said, because of the simple fact of you see a lot of things on social media now where men are being proposed to. So I took my thought process behind it and said, if a woman proposed to me, I'm like, stop right there. That's my job. So that's
Right.
where it kind of came from, because it was just something simple. I saw it. I was like, yeah, I can make that into a short movie, because some men can relate to that because they don't want to be proposed to,
Right,
even
right.
if they're about to do it themselves. So that's where it came from. The same thing, social media.
Okay, so that would be your response if that really happened to you, huh? You
Yes, that's my
okay, I
response.
got
If
you.
that happened to me,
Okay.
that's shut it down. No,
Fair, fair.
no,
Got you.
no, no.
All right, so y'all did another film together called Sworn Secrecy. Now that was a very interesting. So was this another film school project also, DeAndre?
Yes, so this was a project probably a couple of months before. Well, Night to Remember was December, so that was portfolio. That was at the end. Now,
Mm,
Sworn Secrecy was a month. It was in July, so that took a month to prepare because they wanted us to go through the process of storyboard and finding, somewhere to shoot, location scouting, and all that
mm.
paperwork and all that. So that was a month process. So yeah, that was another school project for a class.
Okay, so let's repeat this process a little bit. So, what you decided to use the location and everything is there a reason why you picked that, or did you just want to make it simple, or what? What was the reason why behind that?
So I made it simple. So we shot at my mom's apartment,
Hmm.
as a nice apartment, basically. So, it was a lot of grounds around there as far as like locations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when I was walking around the apartment, I was like, okay, I could shoot in here. I could shoot something real quick and easier instead of trying to go outside and find something to move equipment around. I could keep it all in house, basically. So
Okay.
that's where that came into play for that one.
Okay. So where did this storyline come from? And this one is crazy. Like, this one is really crazy.
So the funny thing is, with me, I have a lot of ideas in my Google Drive. Basically, they're not even like completed stories. When I think of something, like if I'm sleeping, I dream it, I get up and type it on Google Drive right quick, and
Hmm.
then I save it.
Okay.
So this was one I just picked out of Google Drive because I have it's a bigger story than what it was shown
Oh, okay.
than this, but I
Right.
have it written, and I was like, I could do like a little quick segment of this, and maybe like in the future expand it into an actual, full-fledged movie.
Right. Right.
But this was an idea that I wrote about when people think that somebody is cheating, but they actually doing something special for them in
Hmm.
a way, and they be salty and stuff happens, and then they break up. So that's where that idea came from. It was just an idea I had in my head.
All right. Cause so Markia, when you read this one, what was your thought? Because this was before the one we just saw. So,
Well, this was my first short film ever.
oh, okay.
So,
Oh,
one,
okay.
I was really excited and grateful to get
Hmm.
the phone call to do this. I was probably a little nervous as well, but when I read the storyline, it was like, okay, I'm doing this. I was just ready because I was so excited being a
Right.
new actress in the game
Right.
to be given an opportunity like
Hmm.
that. So, but doing the character, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of,
Yes, I can see. I can see.
yeah.
Are you anyway like your character? Do you have? I don't really get personal here, but this trust.
No,
You have
I would
trust issues like
say
this, like in the character, to a
no.
point,
I
or
would say no because this character was more
okay.
so listening to the person, her friend.
Girlfriend, right?
Yeah, she
Right.
was listening
Okay.
to her friend,
Right.
and even in the character, myself was kind of present in the moment of like saying, "Oh no, I trust my man. I'm
Hmm.
not going to listen to somebody else." But then it was still that moment where your friend can kind of push you a little harder to be like, maybe you're right,
Hmm.
maybe I should, and that's what happened. So that can happen in real life.
So I asked you that question because I'm concerned about character development, and
Hmm.
for this particular piece, like how did you get into that character? Because I think you displayed it very well in the film here. But that's why I say, are you anything like this character? Because it's and y'all gonna see it in a second, but it was
Well, I think far as the twists and the turns to her energy when she gets a little crazy, I would call it.
hmm
I don't have that, but I feel like I've seen characters and I've watched TV and I've always wanted to play different roles. So I
right.
was excited to be
Hmm.
somebody totally different than who I
Okay.
am.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
That was
Awesome.
fun.
Yeah, it was definitely
Yes.
fun. It looks like there was a lot of fun. So DeAndre, so you had a little bit more time to create and develop and shoot this one than you did with the other one, correct? So you said how long did you have
Correct.
for this one?
Yes. So I had a full month. This was due. The actual thing was due by the end of the month. The final cut was due by the end of the month. So we had to go through like 2 different cuts. Actually, no, I'm lying. This actually was like a 2-month process because the first month was really shooting it and putting it together. The next month was actually editing it and getting the final cut and doing the titles and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I had some time to develop this one.
So it wasn't more of a rush for like the other one.
No, no,
Was
it
this a
wasn't more.
one-day shoot? Was it a one-day shoot?
It was.
It was.
Wasn't it? Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it was a 1-day shoot.
I don't know if I had the script for a long time. Do you
Mhm.
remember, Dre? You might have called me. I don't remember. Or maybe I just.
No, so for Markia, it was probably more of a rush because she only had like a couple weeks to read it. But for me to put it together, I had more time to put it together. I'll
Okay.
say that.
Okay. So of course you had more work to do on your side than what she would have to do, right? Yeah, it's amazing.
Right, yeah, but
So I also see you had your mom in it too as the girlfriend. So
yeah,
so and she's like good, he's cheating, like she's real adamant about that. And I think that what makes this film so even more funnier is because the way you saying she was edging you on.
Yeah.
It wasn't basically you thinking about just your own thoughts. It was her telling you what's really going on, and it really wasn't.
Right.
So I think your mom did a great job on this too. So let's take a look at the trailer for this. If y'all do want to see the entire movie, y'all would have to go to DeAndre's YouTube page, but I will get that information out at the end. But for now, let's look at the trailer for Sworn Secrecy.
Think you can leave me some lunch money? What? Come on. All right, babe. Have a great time at the gym.
all right.
Okay.
Damn. I got my phone in the house.
And I don't know why you're calling, but whatever you guys had going on is done.
That man cheating.
At this point, Remy, I'm going crazy. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Remy, let me call you back.
But remember what I said. Beat him down.
Calvin, it's a girl named Secret calling your phone.
You don't even know what
And
that's
why don't I
about.
have the passcode to your phone?
Because you don't. You don't need it. It's my phone. It's my personal property. I ain't got to listen to this. I ain't got to listen to this.
Your performance in this movie was tremendous. Like
Yeah.
you really look like you're a psycho chick, and I mean that in the kindest way. Like when you that shot when you was sitting there with your hair out and all that, like
Yes.
you look like you was about to lose it and flip.
Yeah.
But that's what acting is about. When you could portray characters and you make it look like it's real. So shout out to you for that.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
It's amazing. And DeAndre, shout out to you for your directing that and writing that and creating that. It's really good. Another one that you should definitely be putting in film festivals. Or did you with this one? Was this one in a festival?
This one was in like an internet festival, and then one they did like a monthly thing. They don't do it no more.
Mhm.
But that one, I think it was like best newcomer film or something like that, because this was the one that I was really starting to put myself back out there again. So that was like one like best film of the month that came out. So yeah, it was in a couple of them. It was shown and screened at a couple places.
Okay, great. Congratulations on that.
Thank
The
you.
fact that you used, I know your mom does some acting too, but was she always one of the first people that you wanted in the film, or was it someone else, or what?
It was my mom because it makes it easier instead of
Okay.
chasing people around, especially when I'm on a time crunch like that, especially for school. I try to use people that I know that will be like, all right, cool, let me check my schedule. Yeah, I can do it good. It'll be easier instead of like holding auditions and stuff like that.
Right. And plus, she was using her place. So she said, you're going to use my place. I need to be in it, right? That's a part of the contract deal,
No,
right?
she didn't even say that. She's just like, I'll help you get. It's for your grades. You
Right.
gotta get a good grade on this.
I know
So
she gonna.
yeah,
I know she gonna help out. Of course.
I do want to say one thing.
Mhm.
As far as like watching the films back then and being asked to be a part of the films back then, being a new actress, I was really excited. But like I said, I was nervous, right?
Mhm.
And I think I was like judging myself a little more harder back then. Like
Mhm.
it might have been exciting to watch them, but I don't know if I was like critiquing myself. But now, years later,
Why do you see something in the two movies that we just showed that you could do that you wouldn't do now that you would like? Do you see growth
I see,
in your
well,
work?
I definitely see growth, but I see a lot already there that maybe I wasn't acknowledging.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I see some range of emotion going on
Yeah.
in the character. I see different things that I thought I needed to work harder on, which I like to work hard, period, and I'm hard on myself. So
Right.
sometimes I can be overcritical with things.
Yeah. Absolutely. They always say the toughest critic is yourself.
Yes,
So.
and even other
Mhm.
actors in the game, sometimes I hear it maybe might be hard for them to watch themselves
Right.
on
Yeah. A
camera,
lot of people don't
right?
watch their work. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Yes,
interesting.
yes, correct.
What?
I
Yeah,
just heard Tisha Campbell last night say that she never watched Martin.
that's
Yeah,
crazy to
yep.
me.
She just started watching it with her kids a couple of years ago. She wouldn't
Wow,
watch it. She couldn't
wow.
watch
Yep.
herself.
Yes, so I feel different now watching them. I feel empowered some as well. Like
Mhm.
those are great films. I feel like I did show up really great in them, but
Oh, you
maybe
did.
I
You did.
wasn't, giving myself that full credit
Mhm.
originally. So
No,
thank
you
you,
did
thank
good.
you.
No, your
This
future is
is
definitely bright.
thank you,
Yeah, and I can see your wide range that you have.
thank you.
Yeah,
I
even with
appreciate
these two
that.
shorts, and if these films were sent out to producers and directors across the
Mhm,
lands,
mhm.
they can see it.
Yeah,
Yeah, she can.
Mhm.
thank
You on
you.
your way. You on
That's
your
why
way.
I'm so grateful for this opportunity here, and as well as DeAndre just putting me
Thank you.
on
Thank you.
behind that camera.
No, so I mean, today I wanted to talk about the short film process. As y'all can see, it is possible to have great films, and I mean great films in the short length.
Hmm.
Everyone talks about movies, and we talk about streaming networks, and some of these short films may not qualify for streaming networks because they're just so short, but they're so impactful and powerful at sometimes, according to what the theme of the movie is. But short films are a good way to start if you're scared to be in this business as far as acting
Hmm.
or even directing or writing or something. You want to do something small, do something short,
Yeah.
and you can still come up with an amazing project. At the end, you can see what the end
I
was today.
see.
So Dre, thank
Yeah,
you.
that's my thing about short films. With short films, I use them as practice more
Hmm.
than anything now because when I first started, that was my thing. Short films, comedy, comedy sketches here and there, blah 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 blah. But now I use them as practice to kind of push myself to do bigger projects in a way because what I do with a short, I'll try something new, see if it works out. If it don't work out, then I'm like, all right, I can't do that. Let me try it again. Let me try something else. So
Right.
definitely with short films, it definitely puts you in a different space to practice some things as far as your craft and everything like that. From acting, cinematography, directing, producing, lighting, all that stuff that goes into filmmaking. If you do it in a short film, that's how you
All right,
basically grow as a filmmaker.
Dre, real quick, we got like 20 seconds left. Drop your YouTube account so we can watch this.
All you have to do is go to YouTube and type in Drench Productions. It should come up automatically. The URL is www.youtube.com/Drench Productions.
So I thank y'all so much for being a part of the show today. Y'all go check out this movie on YouTube, and until next time, have a good day.